Welcome back to another episode number 4 in the Relearning Oxygen Not Included series. In this episode, we will continue what we have started with protecting our base from all the heat and cold from the outside and focus on oxygen generation. So we will build our SPOM over here and we will look into getting ourselves some nice suits so that we can explore our asteroid. So everything looks good so far. We are progressing. Here we are protecting the base bit over bit. I feel we could have done it maybe a little bit better. So the focus of today is this SPOM, and I guess we could just dig there so that we could work with it from the inside of the base. Maybe actually let's build a ladder here. That for sure is going to be helpful. We would require a bit more of these, and I think this will start presenting an issue very soon. So let's add a couple of more coal generators just to, well, just because we can, as usual. And we can extend the automation wire here, and I think because each of these generates 600 watts of power, we should switch from using just simple wires to this heavy duty ones, which we don't have researched. Okay, well, that is a good reminder to start researching them. And this is here and here. Yeah, we'll need these things for SPOM anyway, especially the hydrogen generator. So that is very lucky to have discovered it. Okay, how are we doing on fiber? We have a bit of fiber, which is great. So we can proceed with building. We can proceed with building a, what is it called? I don't know. The whatever thing, the station that crafts suits. I can't remember what that was. It's probably hidden with some research. We do not have enough water, polluted water, to feed our thimbleweed. That is also annoying. But we do have this shearing station, and we have a Draco, so that is all good. And the Draco is fed, so I think it has no issues. Yeah, it has no issues eating these, so that is great, just according to our plan. How are we doing on the oxygen? Yeah, it's still pretty bad here. No oxygen almost, so SPOM is definitely helpful. And then when it comes to germs, look at this, we don't have any germs here. Amazing. Okay, beautiful. Can we please prioritize these a little bit so that there are no, so that the heat is not leaking. It is leaking through some tiles, although I'm not exactly sure which ones. I guess it's this one. So, Balm Lily, I'm sorry, you will have to go. And we'll do that through this type of building. Aha, suffocating. Of course. Because of course you do. Yeah. Nicely spot. Better than the last time for sure. Okay. What else? Oh yeah, so the research. It's going really well. Although no one's researching at the moment, so I guess we could also prioritize that a little bit. And I don't know if we have enough skillful researchers, so maybe we could... Ooh, cook. Yeah, that one's... Ooh, another cook. Look at this. So we have an extra... Well, we have few eggs here in this little stable, and that presents a problem because these guys are now cramped and they can't really, yeah, they're really gloomy, and this is not what we want. So what we will do here is we need to remove the eggs. We need to put them somewhere, and we need to have some sort of a drop-off locations where we store all the eggs and everything, and we eventually need an evolution chamber, and for that I think we would need a mechatronics engineer, and we're pretty far from anything of that kind, I guess. But for now, where do we put all the eggs? Can we store the eggs just in the storage bin? I very much doubt, but we can give it a shot. Also, if we somehow ask for more of these. Oh, look at this. That's another dude. Yep. I guess we're just all over the place. How are we doing here? Oh, can we store eggs here? Yes, we can. Beautiful. Let's just store all of them. And let's prioritize that. Big deal. So now we are removing all the eggs from here, and that should remove the cramped status, which it did. Amazing. Problem solved. Also, this one can start populating the other range. Alright, let's plan a little bit. Now let's focus on the SPOM itself. We need... I would really prefer having insulated pipes here, and we don't seem to have them, but we have an opportunity to have them. And the research is here. Let's do it. Okay. Anyway, so there are things we could do. Still, we can do this. We can do this. And yeah, this one I don't remember. What was it again? Here. Maybe. A strong maybe. And then here we'll have our... Yeah. So here, that's just an emergency automation. We will have to switch on and off the oxygen producing thingies. The electrolyzers. Yes. Here and here. And I guess the insulation will also go like this. Yes. What else do we need? We also need some sort of wiring here. Oh, that's going to be expensive. But, well, have to do whatever it takes. Yeah. Okay. There's a lot of construction going on here. Maybe we could also help them by prioritizing the walls and the floors. Okay. What else do we need? Oh, we're running out of ore, out of iron ore here. Guess that is fine. And yeah, I think a lot of this is going to be temporary and will have to be rebuilt. So here we need an atmos sensor here as well. I will show the layouts and the actual numbers for the settings, what they should be once it's closer towards the end. And maybe we could also recap on how all of this works. And we could also work on a bit of piping. No, we still don't have it. I mean, we still don't have the insulated ones. Alright, fair enough. So what I'm trying to achieve here is that I want the water being pumped from here and also from here and go to our SPOM. And we also want this pool water to only be used if there's no other water. So, oh, but what I'm doing here is actually wrong. Okay, I take that back. I think I just forgot how this whole thing was set up. So this is the entry point, and what else? We could have actually done like this. Let's just... Okay. Straight lines is not my thing. Okay, nice. So the way it's gonna work is that we have a pump here and the main water supply, and it goes and pumps water and supplies these two with water to get rid of all the CO2 that we have on the base, and this branch will take precedence, so all the water would go first here, and then it will supply the water to our SPOM. So oxygen first, and then getting rid of CO2 second. And then we will have other pipes connecting here. And maybe we could also run some prioritization here as well. Okay. And for those who doesn't know, the way you could prioritize is with this bridge here. So if the water is flowing the pipe and it hits the entry or intake tile, it goes there. That is the priority number 1. So it makes a turn, and it only goes further if there's nowhere to go. So the pipe is blocked here. And here it works the other way around. The water from the bridge only exits this in this tile if it can. So the normal flow takes precedence. And we could probably build the insulated pipes right now. Yeah, they're a bit more expensive, but they could be helpful in some circumstances. Let's also run air piping or gas pipes. I guess we're going to reinvent something here. I'll go like this. And this one with hydrogen will go up, and it will also go here, and we will have to do the bridge thing. So the gas prioritization works in exactly the same way as it was just described. So first it will go here to supply the hydrogen to SPOM itself, and then it will go here to treat the excess. And we need radiant pipes here to manage temperatures a little bit, and we don't have that at the moment, which is fine. And maybe we will have to move that thing here. And we will also do the conductive wire. Now we can. we will need a smart battery, and we will have one. So we'll have to put transformer here and the larger one here. Yeah, so that everything is powered. And smart battery annoyingly requires refined metal, heaps of it. So we could maybe ask for a bit of more. So what is that we are achieving in this episode? What are we achieving? Not much. We have some progress on building the SPOM, which I assume is great. But then other than that, we do not have much. We're progressing on research, and I think that was the biggest thing that keeps us a little bit behind. But also, we need one of these here. Why? Maybe this should have been airflow tiles. Maybe they will be at some point. So the SPOM will produce a little bit of excess amount of hydrogen, and it will have to flow and be burned here. And we will also need a separate accumulator, or smart battery rather, to set a different priority so that this hydrogen generator opens or starts producing before these kick in, so that we get rid of the hydrogen first and then only tap into coal. I will explain that in more details a bit later. And maybe let's also pre-plan. Yeah, this machinery is not really heavy duty, so we can also just put a transformer here, and it's gonna work just fine. Okay. Yeah, maybe shouldn't be using these wires in these machines. Actually, let's use the battery first. Okay. And then the heavy one goes like this here. Okay, so we're expanding our power brick here just a tiny bit so that we can better manage our electricity. And let's go back to spawn. So what's going on here? I think the overall blueprint is almost ready. It probably requires another battery here. And let's also do the automation wires here. So the generators will be controlled by this battery. Generators will be controlled by this battery, and then the pumps will be controlled by Atmos sensors, and the electrolyzers with a button. Everything is automated. We don't want to be inside of this thing too often. And what we could also do, could clean up. Okay, so all of this will happen on its own. Here the insulation is sort of kind of working, except for maybe this tile. And this is our next thing to fix. Yeah, let's fix that. And we can also continue here. And we could continue here as well. Because why not? And we maybe even could continue here. It's also not super super urgent thing to deal with. But just because we can. It's probably not a good idea. Alright, let's go back to the spawn. What else? Why isn't anyone building this? Is it not a priority? But is there a riot? Yeah, I'm used to playing it a little bit faster, but obviously less safe. Oh, that is a bad thing to happen. Okay. So what has happened here, or what is happening here, is that these coal generators are constantly burning because this battery has no charge. But also, it has no way of being charged. No, actually it should. Okay, well, that's weird. Anyway, so it's... I know, okay. This one is not built. So it has no way of being charged. So they're just burning through coal. That's fine. We can fix that. With just assigning a bit of priority. Yeah. Patience does not seem to be my thing. And the automation here. So we have a dedicated battery for this hydrogen generator. For the priorities thing. Oh. That was not supposed to happen. But now when it happened, I guess it's also fine. Although I'm hopeful we can fix it very, very soon without anyone getting stuck. Yeah, that's... Of course. Of course you will get stuck. Move. Can you? Please? No. You're just looking for trouble, aren't you? Oh, that was a miracle. Yeah, we can't really research anything because we broke our electricity thingy. And it should be fixed at this point so we can connect these back. Yes, everything is working. The batteries are being charged. Amazing. And that means that we have electricity here. And we have electricity here. And it turns out this was an episode about scaling our power supply. How's it doing on heat though? Yeah, it's getting a bit toasty. That is fine. So now when the research is done, we can continue with... what was that again? Oh, we can continue with... Was it the station? Yes, I very much think so. And this is our ticket to Suits. And we can also start building the checkpoints and all of this important stuff. Here, docks. Oh, requires refined metal, which we apparently don't have. That is just fine for now. And we could prioritize this because the temperature is still leaking into our base, but it's way better. Look at this. It's very hot here, 50 something, and it's kind of okay here. But yeah, could have been better. We'll have to provide some pipes to... Yes, gas pipes. Is it going to be hot? I guess it's going to be hot, so we'll have to do it like this. Do we have radiant ones already? No. Amazing. This is working like a charm. It would have been even better if we had this auto sweeper. And it requires resources. It requires refined metal. Somehow, if I just click here instead of typing the number, it feels more frugal. like I'm making conscious decision every time I click. Tell me in the comments if you have it the same. Maybe it's just me trying to fool myself. Yeah, this seems to be a bigger endeavor than I would have imagined or would have planned for. Cycle 40, maybe it should have happened like, I don't know, 60 cycles later. Anyways, what's done is done. And we have the full-blown installation here, so that seems to be helping. Maybe. Can also... No, I can't really do that. Because I want to continue here. Is it still leaking? Or is it just dissipating? And you know what I just realized? We also had some eggs like sage hatch egg. And these we don't need for anything, really. So maybe we could institute some egg cracker here, and that will be helpful with some food. Although we're pretty stable. Can we at least get a suit in our first episode here? So the entry should be for this side, and that we will have to just close off. It's not that this matters. Actually, it doesn't. Although the temperature here is nice. The temperature here is not so nice, but also it's not being added. Like the temperature is not being added here, and it's not a big deal. We'll see about that. I think we'll have to move the skimmers down here, but that is just as planned. We may claim so. Why is this egg not being taken care of? So see, that's the reason why having 7 here is a good idea instead of 8, because that's 7 critters and an egg, and that's technically 8, but they're still not overcrowded. And now we're down to 7 without an egg. They're all good. But once we have some auto sweepers, that will not be a big deal at all. So things are happening here. Wait. What did I just build? Oh, eggs. Oh. Oh. Yeah, okay. That was a moment of embarrassment. Although, you know what? We can pretend we needed it all along, so let's just expand it a little bit here, here, and prioritize that just a tiny bit. Now we go with this, and yeah, just as planned. We will have both loom and a forge. And maybe we could also clean this up a little bit. Not that it matters, just to keep the dupes on their toes here. I'm wondering if we should expand a little bit. Maybe, yeah, although the food situation is a bit unclear to me. Second attempt. Yes, Atmo. Yes. This unlocks a lot of good stuff for us. And checkpoint. Cannot do it. Not enough metal. Frugal clicks. Yes, yes, yes. What do you do after construction? Well, you could have been a researcher, actually. Why not? What do you do after construction? You carry stuff. And what do you do? Oh, yes, your range. And then what do you do? Why not? And critter ranching does not sound like a bad idea. We have 1. 2 sounds like it would be better. But also grilling. I don't know if they have any time left after farming though. Also carrying is not a bad idea. Let's do carrying. Yes. Okay. All done here. do we have our very first suit? I think we do not have any. Okay, while we're waiting, maybe I can also explain the idea here. So maybe I can explain the prioritization idea here. So we set this to stop working if we have at least 90% of the batteries, and we want them to start working if we have, say, we're down to something like 70, so almost like any dip this thing starts working. And then the coal ones, they only start working if we're down to 11, so way less charge in the batteries, which means we'll attempt to compensate for discharged battery with the hydrogen generator, and if it doesn't work, or it isn't enough in this case, we'll plug in the coal generators. That's the priority thing. And we'll also probably have some more natural gas generators, and we'll have to assign some priority as well. So another battery will have to happen somewhere here. The summary. 10 cycles later, we have achieved nothing, but we have progressed in many ways. So we have further planned our SPOM, which I think is the biggest achievement, and maybe in the next episode we'll be done with that, although I'm not exactly sure. And then we have progress on the boxing thing for the base, and for sure we have prevented, or almost for sure we have prevented some of these leaks. And yeah, what else? I think the biggest achievement is we have expanded our power block a bit, and we have produced our first suit, maybe. Stay tuned, comment, like, subscribe. Thanks for watching.